Hello everyone, and welcome to another very special episode.
Every episode is a very special episode.
But this one's even extra special.
Of the Gusty Garden Podcast.
Of the Gusty Garden
Of the Gusty Garden. That's where you are at. It's the Gusty Garden Podcast.
My name's Oliver.
My name's Dom.
And who else do we have here today?
My name is Matthew.
Cool!
Yeah.
Great. Alright, anyway.
Yeah, we got our boy Matt on the mic, our first Gusty Garden guest.
Let's go.
First Gusty Garden guest.
It's a great honor.
Yeah.
And we're here, we're gonna talk some games with you today.
Yeah.
You came to us actually with a really good topic idea.
Well, first, let's introduce.
That's true.
Who
are you?
This fine feathered fellow.
True. Who are you and where can the people find you?
So, I do a lot of art. I'm actually Oliver's roommate.
Oh yeah.
And they were roommates.
Yeah. And I focus on 3D work, and I do a lot of commission work 2D wise. And I'll link my Twitter.
No, we won't.
No.
No, we
I'm
won't.
kidding. You can find it's mixnmatt.
Yeah.
Very iconic in terms of our school.
That's true.
I think the most iconic name in terms of everyone at this school. Whatever school that is, you guys will not know.
If they follow my content, my separate content, they probably have extrapolated it by now. But yes.
Yeah. So welcome
Yes.
to the Gusty Garden Podcast.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you and talk shop on some freaking video games today.
It's episode 4.
Episode 4.
Right? Yeah.
Episode 4.
We're 6 weeks in. Already got a guest.
We have to read our responses from the last week's question.
We do have some responses, and I will pull them up right now.
We
I don't remember.
Intrigued.
Yeah, we got to cover our responses from our previous questions. Here, you want to check on my phone?
Pull it up on your phone.
They'll be in the comments of the most recent video.
Are they questions or
Yeah, at the end of every episode, we ask a question, and the people comment their answers, and then in the beginning segment, we read their answers of last week's question.
Of the next episode.
All right, let's take a look here. Let's see. Also, remember, guys, you can find us on Spotify. Go listen to us on Spotify.
Oh, I didn't know that you were
can't
on
find us
Spotify for
Yep.
this.
We are officially sponsored by Spotify.
What?
Eyebrow raise. Paul.
Are you sure about that?
We have 2 comments, but only one of them is actually an answer to the question.
I know what the first one is, because they say on... I don't even know who it is, but they say it on every episode.
Oh, that's the other Matt, actually.
Oh, really?
That's
Okay.
my friend Matt from home.
Wow, okay. Ironic.
Okay,
Ironic.
so once again, just like last week, we have a response from Fake 5? I don't know who that could be. It could be anyone.
Who knows?
I think they're the same person as last week.
What was the question? It was...
Our question was, what are your 5
Desert
Island games, I believe.
And we're actually going to ask Matt that as well.
Yes, just as an icebreaker, so you guys can get a feel for how he thinks a little bit.
Yep.
And Fake 5 responded with Mario Odyssey,
Good choice.
Super Paper Mario,
Okay.
Good choice.
Animal Crossing New Horizons,
Interesting choice.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land,
Yeah.
and Kirby's Return to Dreamland. All
Pretty good.
All good games.
All good.
Like undeniably all good games.
I mean, I think... Did we have any of those on ours? We have Mario... No, we had Galaxy.
I mean,
instead.
we brought up a lot of
like
these
most
games.
of those, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we definitely at least talked about them for a second.
I think I would do Galaxy more than Odyssey, but like Galaxy
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, we decided on Galaxy 1.
Well, you're on the
specifically.
right podcast.
You're on the right side of
Yeah,
history,
yeah.
friend.
So, now, what are the 5 games you would put on your podcast?
And it doesn't just have to be Nintendo.
Or not Deserted
Oh,
Island.
yeah.
I said on your podcast.
You're on a deserted island.
The
you
Mixin'
get 5
Pod.
games for the rest of your life.
The
On
Mixin'
our end.
Cast.
And they don't just have to be Nintendo, like we said. You can say anything.
They can do anything.
So, I definitely would try to get a roguelike in there, so because that's usually like you can play that for infinite amount of times.
You thinking Risk of Rain 2?
Oh, fuck.
That'd be a good one.
That's a great
Risk
one.
of,
I've never
okay,
played
yeah. Number 1,
You'd love it.
Risk of Rain 2.
Okay.
100%.
Great choice.
It could be. I wouldn't mind. Probably my second game would probably be Fallout New Vegas.
That's also a good choice.
My third. Shoot.
Perhaps a Gear made out of metal?
Oh, hell yeah.
A metal. Which Metal Gear?
You gotta put a Metal Gear on it.
I'm really good. I'm really into Metal Gear fan. I'm really into Metal Gear, but I've only played a little bit of I don't replay Metal Gear. I haven't had the opportunity to replay Metal Gear because all the
Fair.
I got the remake, the remastered for the 2 and Snake Eater on my PS Vita, but I sold my PS Vita, so like it's. I know.
Well, someone we know
Bad
just
decision.
bought a PS Vita like today.
You bought a PS Vita?
No,
I
not
didn't.
us. Not
I
us.
didn't.
Okay.
You can bleep this out if we don't want to say the name, but
What?
yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
She
Okay.
still has to get the memory card though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
It didn't come with
they
it.
didn't tell the person that they needed a special memory card to even play games.
Yeah, the micro SSD.
No.
SSD.
Yeah, but you need like a special memory card to put the SD card into.
And
It's-
it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Okay.
But the
It's-
point is, they do have a PS Vita now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah.
I think I'll see if I still have some PS Vita games. I might give it to her. Okay. I would definitely do Metal Gear Solid 3
Okay.
is a good one. I think I can always go to that one.
I hear best things about that one.
I've never played or looked into any of the Metal Gears, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Well, like
You
every
eat
single
snakes in it.
time.
Oh, cool.
I think.
I think you actually can. Some of them.
No, yeah, and are you
can eat-
saying that? Yeah, you can eat snakes in
You can-
3
and
because they have like
frogs.
this. Yeah,
Right?
there's a survival mechanic.
Yeah.
Like,
you like eat frogs and
Colonel,
like
can I eat this frog?
yeah, no, like they like you can
Something
like
like that,
literally you call them up and like see what like the special things you can do with the snakes and whatnot.
Oh, that's cool.
And like if you get like hurt a lot in the game, like you have to treat like an injury like manually, or like I have to use this certain medicine to heal my snake bite. I can't just use a gauze. To
so it's
fucking...
like Fortnite.
Which is
No.
his fourth game.
Actually, so I also play a lot of Escape from Tarkov. That won't be on my list though. It's too hard. It's way too hard.
You'll have plenty of time to get good at it on that island.
Oh,
True.
Yeah, true. But in the Escape from Tarkov, you have to use specific health items to fix individual things. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, but Metal Gear Solid 3, that's
I think you're at
third.
3. Yeah, you said Risk of Rain
sorry.
2, Metal Gear
Metal
Solid
Solid?
3, and what was the third one? I already forgot what the
I
other
already
one was.
forgot.
Other one, it was
Oh, New Vegas.
New Vegas.
New
New
Vegas,
Vegas. Yeah. We went through that one so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, New Vegas is such a good one.
Right.
For 4, I'm gonna have to say
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man.
It's
For
got to be
PS1.
Pepsi Man for
For
the PS1.
No. I think I don't want to put another roguelike in there. Maybe I have recently started to get into this game. I haven't touched it in a little bit, but RimWorld
Oh, okay.
is a
It's a good
really
one.
good one.
It's a good one.
You can play that one forever. I need to get a strategy one. I think a
Could
good
do, like-
strategy game.
XCOM.
No, okay.
That's
gonna-
hard. XCOM is hard from what I've heard.
XCOM is pretty hard. I think I would do though. I haven't played this much of the game, but Divinity, Original Sin 3, or I think it's 2 or 3. I can't remember, but that would be fun to play with some people.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're gonna be alone on this island.
Oh no.
So-
yeah. Do I have internet though?
No.
Oh fuck. Never mind. Another. I wouldn't mind.
Quick round. 5 seconds. First game
Minecraft.
that comes. Minecraft. There we go.
Great choice.
Perfect.
Great choice.
Easy.
That's
an easy game.
That kind of should have been on ours, but
We were doing only Nintendo. Someday we'll do
Right.
one where we talk about everything.
Well, we want to do the indie games one
Right.
at some point, but
I
that's,
already know what the majority of my
that's
picks
for
would
the
be.
future.
Far future.
That's
Once
for episode 8.
okay,
No,
whatever.
18.
Sure.
8.
Sure.
But today's episode 4.
Today's episode 4.
So what is
Yeah,
what is
Matt-
the topic of the day?
Matt, you're the one that came up with the topic, actually. So why don't you hit us with it?
So the topic of this podcast is gonna be dream game. So like the first question is what game would you make? Then
Okay.
and the second question is what game would you want a studio to make? So that's like their own IP that
I see.
you wanted them to do something with it.
I see.
But yeah, who wants to go first though?
Oh, I'd love to go first. Do you want me to hit you with both my answers to both questions, or just we do one go around and then we do go around for the second one?
Let's do the latter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're starting with the first one, which is what game would I personally make?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it would be a quirky Earthbound-inspired RPG with elements of...
That's actually that's
No, that actually isn't my answer. Yeah.
I have an expectation for your answer is, and if it's not that, I'm going to be severely disappointed.
I desperately want to make a 3D platformer.
Oh.
Yes. Based off
You know,
of
not necessarily that, but I will explain myself. I will
Okay,
say it.
okay.
Growing up, I played a lot of Roblox.
Oh,
And there was a game on it. There's still a game on it.
Oh, no, I
called
know which
Adventure
one.
Forward Star Savior, and it is it's a Roblox game. It doesn't play very well, but there's just something so nostalgic and weird about it that like it really sticks with me. And it's like very inspired by specifically like Mario 64 and Sonic Adventure for the most part.
Did we play that?
We did.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. That one wasn't bad.
It's not that bad.
No,
I like, and if you imagine it like in Unity with like good graphics and a good engine, like double the levels and like good tight mechanics, like it'd be a
Yeah.
good game. But then I'm
Yeah.
basically describing a different game, which is
Yeah.
why I would say I can't be specific because I haven't thought about it. But I would want to make a 3D platformer with like not a huge complicated story, but something more complicated than like Mario, but maybe less
Right.
complicated than It Takes Two.
so like a bit-
Story-wise.
so like close to like Sunshine, would you say?
A little more than a standard Mario, even like more than Sunshine.
Okay.
Like there's characters that show up and like there's intrigue beyond like who's Shadow
So
Mario.
like Sonic Adventure 2.
Actually, kind of.
Yes.
Kind of, except instead of
Good
like,
answer.
except it would feel more like a Mario, but at the same time, like it would. I don't know. I can't be too specific because I haven't thought about it that hard. But if I could make any game, if I could be behind any game, the first thing I would try to make is a 3D platformer. That is really good.
I was gonna say the same exact thing.
You're gonna say the same
3D platformer, specifically like open world level design.
Oh, see, mine wouldn't be open world.
Oh, it'd be linear.
Mine would not linear either. It would be like
Is it, like,
Sunshine in
level-based?
64,
Yeah.
where there's like areas
That's what I was
with
talking
different
about.
missions.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not like Woodle Tree 2 or Breath of the Wild.
Which, by the way, guys, be sure to look out for our playthrough of Woodle Tree 2 in the coming months.
Amazing game. Amazing
Are
game.
you actually gonna
Yes.
do it?
It's way better than you think it is.
It's kind of incredible, but
I don't know what.
We'll show you. We'll show you.
Okay.
It's gonna be exciting. But no, that's like a very very low budget game for the Switch. It was I got it for like $2, like literally like $2 or $3.
Oh, is it the mountain thing where?
No, that's different. But I think you're talking about what are you talking about? Oh God,
There's like this cute mountain game with
Yes.
animals and stuff.
Yes.
And like you are a bird.
Yes.
And you can glide.
Oh, I think, what is it called? I know what you're talking about.
it's like
It's like it's not a hike in the woods.
No,
a
it's
short
not.
hike.
a short
Short
hike.
hike.
That game is incredible.
That game's really good.
I absolutely that game's so good. I love that game. But no, I was thinking like Woodle Tree 2. It's like this really short. I mean, I don't even know if it's short.
It's a few hours.
It's a few hours. It's a completely open world 3D platformer.
like entirely open world.
Entirely. It's like Breath of the Wild, where you can go from one end to the other with just no like loading zones.
Yes.
It's a 3D platformer. It doesn't look that great. It looks like a Roblox game, but like the
But
controls are tight.
It plays very well.
And Dom and I were gonna make it as a series, but then we forgot some stuff, and we were just gonna play it on our own. And then we realized that there was 2-player, we like discovered it, and then we were like, we have to wait for this to be a series.
Yeah.
We have to.
Which
Yeah.
it'll probably just be a one-off video,
Oh, yeah.
realistically.
Absolutely.
Probably a decently sized one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, look out for that, people.
But it's not going to be like that. It's going to be more like Sunshine, where it's open area. But there's going to be a hub world.
There has to be.
There has to be. As much as I love Odyssey, there's no hub world.
It's true.
And
Yeah.
it's so sad because
It
hub
is.
worlds like make the game for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've always had an idea for a 3D platformer that's like a music based.
Ooh.
Oh.
And like specifically like the main character, like all of their like attacks, it kind of like Hat Kid like, but instead of like special hats, they use like instruments.
Oh.
So like
so
when the
cool.
character jumps, they have like a really big like tuba. And so when they jump, they like blow it, which launches them
it's
up.
like a big jump. Yeah.
Yeah, and it like launches them up, and they can do like a double jump by like blowing it. And it's like,
I love that.
or like a trumpet that's like you know kind of like a short attack.
Okay.
Where like you can like they can blow out like and then it shoots like a little like wavelength that can attack. And then just like
that'd
so
be
many
cool.
other like instruments that they can use as like
Because you could have like
items.
any instrument. You get it.
Yeah.
There's like a million billion instruments.
I know, it's-
I was like, what could you do with like drums, like a drum set?
Oh my god.
That could be like a turret or some sort.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, that's awesome.
This
dude.
is like my dream. This is like a game that I've like been offhandedly thinking about
Yeah.
for the last like year.
Dude, at some point, like literally tonight, we should like draw concepts for it. We should
Yes!
we should do some
Yes.
character designs
After we
inebriated just a bit.
yeah. But yeah, no, that it's. I actually considered it being doing that as my thesis for a few times.
oh, that would be a good
I don't-
thesis. That
Like
would.
an art book or
Because,
like a
like-
concept art collection.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. I haven't thought about much of what the worlds would be like.
Stop touching my toes.
Sorry, touch your toes.
I can't help it.
No.
I can't help it.
Let's all like interlock our toes together.
Yeah. In case y'all couldn't tell, this is the first episode of the podcast we've like recorded in the same
Yes.
room.
It's-
We usually do it remotely.
It might be obvious because like the audio will sound different.
Yeah.
But
They're
like,
not usually going to be like this. This is just because like I'm here,
Yeah.
we're all here. We might as well just record it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I don't know what the worlds would be like. I imagine the movement would be a bit like A Hat in Time.
Each of the worlds could just be based on like different genres of music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that would be so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
The final
Yeah.
boss is an AI music generator. They're going to replace human music.
Like yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool!
Oh my
It's
god.
like- it's like a big mecha instrument creature.
Oh, I love that
Oh
idea
my
for
God.
like a villain. It's like AI
Or
music.
it could be like some Cthulhu aspect.
Oh,
Because like it could be
yeah.
anything, and it can like morph into like any
Just, like, different things.
any instrument that you used.
Oh.
And so throughout the game, you can collect these instruments, and like the more that you collect, the more attacks that like the final boss has.
So you could beat the game with theoretically with very few instruments and make the boss easier.
with like just like the tuba.
What if okay, yeah, so like
But getting
You're-
through the
the
game
game's
would be
gonna be
hard.
really hard.
You're training the AI to make music.
Yes.
Oh!
Oh, that's like the plot twist.
Yeah.
Where like throughout the entire game, you're the one that's training the AI to like be harder, which is like what the final boss is.
Oh my god.
Why are we making like an entire?
This
like,
sounds awesome!
Why are we making like an incredible game idea?
Oh my god. Okay, we have to move on. We can't.
Okay,
If we
okay.
stay on this for too long, it's gonna be.
We gotta like cut this all out, or people are gonna see this idea. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But like,
But yeah, that sounds.
No one steal that idea, please.
Yeah, no, seriously, please.
Don't.
It's a Gusty Garden production. It's ours.
this is already trademarked. Gusty Garden.
And I know some people that can kind of code, so like we might be able to get a demo going. Bleep this name out.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Bleep that out too. But yeah, Matt, what is your dream game?
All right. So my dream game, I've been actually stewing on this for quite
Let him cook.
Let them cook. I've been thinking on this for a while now, and I'm never really good at these games. I mentioned Escape from Tarkov just a little second ago, and there's there's another game that came out recently called Marauder, and what these games are like, what their style is, extraction based, where you go into this area where other people are playing, and you gain loot, grab loot, then you try to extract. And if you die, you lose that loot. And if you extract out, you're able to keep that loot, and you can use that loot to make yourself stronger, so you can go back in. But if you die with that loot, you lose that loot.
I see.
So it's like Fortnite.
No!
It's I think I'm forgetting that pirate game.
Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, it's a bit more of a Sea of
okay.
Thieves.
That's true.
based,
That describes Sea
Or-
of Thieves pretty well.
Yeah.
Where like you try to you do missions, you have
And you get
you have
gold,
chests,
And
gold.
you get new cosmetics and stuff to go on more pirate
Yeah.
missions, yeah.
But if someone raids you, you lose that.
Then you
gold.
lose your stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So exactly like that. But
Okay.
I'm a big fan of like World War One and World War Two aspects. I love that kind of grittiness and
I like that,
style. So that would be kind of the style of the game. But what I like about Sea of Thieves is that you have this boat to traverse, and
Yeah.
I think what I want to do is have a mech that you can traverse.
Never would have guessed that.
Yeah, knowing me. So like, for if you were just playing alone, you have this little mech, and you can find this mech, but the main purpose of this mech is traversing. Then you can get out, and I want some form of reason where you can't really be out of your mech for a short period of time. Maybe
okay.
maybe too much mustard gas is in the air. And,
Ooh, okay.
and you search for, you look into bunkers, fortresses, and you grab loot. Or let's say if you kill another mech, let's say there's an NPC mech, I would love to have like a hitch where you you kill the other mech, and you want to take that mech back to your base to extract with. You would have to like get out, pull this like hitch from your mech, hook it onto that dead mech, and bring it back to extraction.
But I assume you'd be like slower while you're dragging
Yes.
it, which makes you more vulnerable.
That sounds
Makes
fun.
it more vulnerable.
But you get way more loot by taking the whole other
Yes.
backpack. I like
so,
that.
So yeah, scrap. There's like a scrapping
that.
I
mechanic.
play the shit out of that.
But like if you play with like a squad, if you get like if a 2-man squad, you get like a bigger mech. And if you like have a full 4-man squad, like you have this big giant mech. But you have to work as a team. Like there's it's not just one person. A person will be the driver, one person will be the lookout, and one person will probably be kind of this radar mechanic, or a person would be kind of doing the guns and stuff. And
Just the controls are like almost very similar to Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time,
yeah,
except like a 3D like.
yeah. Have you
Action
guys
game.
seen this game called Guns of Icarus?
I've heard of it, but no, I haven't seen it in
no.
gameplay.
So it's kind of like a blimp.
I know Kid
That's a good game.
Whoa.
So like in Guns of Icarus, you're in the team and you control this blimp, and it has like guns and there's one person's that's the engineer, one person's the pilot, one people are the gunners, and you fight other teams. And so I want to take that aspect too, and that's giving my game. And I might throw.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I've been stewing on this idea, and it would be so pretty hard to code because I want to have the mech, and like I know having a vehicle that you can move around in while the vehicle is moving is a little bit difficult to code.
Oh, that might
But that's my dream. That's my dream game I would make.
be... The only mech game that I really like is Xenogears. That's not really mech, that's more Gundam.
Yeah.
But there's like Xenoblade Chronicles X, which does have mechs, and you can drive around in them. But that's a mech game that I would play.
That's like, it's not just like a mech game. It is a game where like everything is about the mech.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that's crazy.
It's
like
cool.
yeah, it sounds awesome.
Yeah, like the mech is another character. It's
like-
not.
yeah.
It's not just.
Oh, like so actually, Titanfall.
Yes.
Titanfall is a good
Oh
example.
man.
If Desert Island, if I had online, if I had a LAN cable and at the Desert Island, I would probably my fifth game would probably be Titanfall.
God, I couldn't get into the online for Titanfall 2. It
Really?
stressed me out so much. I love the
Really?
campaign though.
Oh, the campaign
I love
for
the
Titanfall
campaign
2 was
but
amazing.
I don't know if you ever played it, Oliver.
I've never played
The
that.
campaign is incredible.
It looks fun.
If you want to log into my Steam someday and play it, do it. But don't. The online is so overwhelming, and like I couldn't understand what was happening.
I actually fucking love the online. I love the parkour mechanic of it, and it just like it was so fast, and being able to move around and using all the abilities that you can to go fast was a lot of fun. Think of like Sonic, but FPS.
Sonic? Ooh, that'd be weird.
He's not wrong.
That'd be
No,
weird.
it's Sonic FPS.
It's very fast paced. It's very
Oh,
fast.
that sounds fun.
No, it's a
fun,
great time.
but like I need things taught to me carefully,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
the game doesn't really do that. And my friends didn't really slow down for me
No,
either.
no, it's
Oh, God.
it's really go fast. But the interesting thing about Timefall was when, like not halfway through the game, but over time you gain points to summon your mech, and when you summon your mech, it just goes so much slower. So when you get into your mech, you walk slower than compared to all the other players when you're in the mech. And so there's a mechanic where like you have all these like flies flying around you, and you're trying to swat them with this like big lumbering house.
Yeah, basically.
But it's so fun dealing with that because you get some sort of a Shadow of the Colossus vibe where like you're fighting a bigger
thing,
a
yeah.
bigger
Yeah.
opponent out of nowhere. And
It is cool.
It's a lot of fun.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
So,
So I guess we're on to the second question.
the second question.
Which
a
is
game
what-
that you want another studio or company to make.
Right, and we're back to me. Okay. It's a tough one because there's a lot. This one I have a lot of things I could say.
Oh, absolutely. For
Yeah.
me too.
My most obvious one is probably Mario Galaxy 3, but that's never gonna happen. I mean, I guess that's not the point. But like,
Do you okay? Let's say it this way: if you have a good idea for like your dream like sequel or like a dream Nintendo game or any kind of game that you want that like could be made even if it's not realistic, because I definitely have.
You know, Hollow Knight? It would be really cool if they made another game where you play as Hornet. And
That'll never happen.
No,
No,
it
that'll
won't.
never happen.
No, it won't.
No,
Dude,
no.
Summer 2014.
God.
That's what that's when they announced that it would come out, right?
No, not.
No.
He's referencing a fan, Earthbound fan game,
Oh,
That-
which is still coming.
But because they were like, oh, it's coming out summer 2014.
And then they delayed it, and then they ended up renaming it and redoing a lot of stuff because they didn't want to get DMCA'd.
And now they say that they're like 30% of the way done.
oh my god.
But
And
if
it's
you watch,
2023 now.
I know. Well, they've also they threw out a lot of their progress.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, they
Because
yeah.
it's not associated with Earthbound and Mother anymore.
They got
it's like
Metro-
it's just its own game.
They got Metroid
That's
Prime.
cool though.
They got much refined. But like it still looks incredible. There's a trailer. It looks great. That's not the point.
Because I have an because if you want to come back, I definitely have an idea for a sequel to a game that I really wanted, but I don't. I know it's never gonna happen at this point.
We don't have to.
Oh,
we don't have to skip.
That's
me.
not the purpose of the question, though. It's just about it's
No.
going to happen.
No.
Wish is gonna.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying
He's saying he knows it'll never happen.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
like this game won't happen, but it's an idea that I've had for a sequel to a game that I really want.
I know what I want, and I know how biased it is. I want Super Mario Galaxy 3.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Who doesn't?
No, it's a good
that,
one.
Beyond that, I don't think we need more than a third one. I think just 2 is just such a weird number.
Making it a trilogy would just
It'd be perfect. Like, and I've talked to you about my concepts for a Galaxy 3, where it's like you beat the game, and then you can play everything from Galaxy 1 and 2 as like the post game.
It would just make it the best game ever.
Yes,
Yeah.
It would make it the game of all time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like then you don't even have to re-release it as a trilogy because it's
Yes.
also a remake of 1 and 2. It's as one game. You could call it like Super Mario Galaxy like I don't know,
plus,
like
I don't know.
Armageddon.
yeah, give it like some subtitle. And you don't have to
Armageddon.
number it.
Super Mario Armageddon.
Oh,
I don't play that game.
Yeah.
What, like black hole or I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm thinking edgy, but like that's not really Mario.
Honestly, like
Galaxy's the closest Mario ever got to edgy.
just
The
like
first Galaxy.
just like Mario Galaxy 3. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
That's simple.
Mario Galaxy 3 plus
People
1
know
plus 2.
exactly what it is. 3 plus 1 plus 2.
It's like Mother 1 plus 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. I'd want it to be on the console after the Switch though, because I want it to look good.
They could make it look good.
Odyssey
like
looks
Odyssey
beautiful,
looks
but like
incredible.
I want it to look even
but like
better.
it can look big.
I want it to look even better.
I mean, at this point, we're never going to get another game on the another Mario game on the system. But
it's true. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
but like regardless, like if 3 ever comes out, which it probably won't, like it could be like the best looking Mario game ever, and it should.
It should.
Because Galaxy's like already one of the best looking Mario games
It's
still.
still like Galaxy and Galaxy 2 like still hold up, and they were on the freaking Wii. Like, oh my
They look
god.
so good. especially
Surprisingly,
Galaxy 1.
I never played 2.
Really?
I finished 1. I never played 2. I
You
don't
gotta
even
have you
know.
play 2.
You'd
You'd really like it.
Yeah, I would like that.
were you here last night when we were playing 2?
I was.
Oh, he left already.
No,
He
no,
left
no.
already.
I was doing IT work.
Right, you were
Oh,
playing it and
yeah.
then playing Elden Ring. It's
No,
weird.
Yeah.
I.
Whoa.
You fixed Elden Ring and then it broke again. Then you were trying to fix it again.
Yes.
Wait, it broke again?
And
we don't have to talk about this right now on the pod.
Oh, yeah.
But like, that's funny.
TLDR,
I would.
Elden Ring broken.
Yeah. No. I was fixing.
Elden Ring
our
not to
friend's computer, but
Yes.
But
Okay.
yes, you need to play Galaxy 2.
yeah.
We could do a Gusty Garden video on it.
That would actually be pretty cool. Because, like, what are we going to talk about? Like, we both played the shit out of Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
It'd be really great to have you on for that.
Because I'll go in there completely blind.
That'd be
So,
fun.
that's-
That'd be a fun video.
Our friend plays Super Mario Galaxy 2 blind. That's the thumbnail. It's already done.
The thumbnail just has a drawing of Matt with like a walking stick and like sunglasses on,
And, like,
just like tapping a case of Mario Galaxy 2.
not even like a character or Mario.
Yeah.
It's like the bot.
the box or like
Oh
I'm
my
poking
God.
someone.
That's
Yeah.
so good. Okay, but yeah, minus Galaxy 3, Oliver. What
Odyssey
is
2.
yours? Odyssey 2.
Ozzy too.
Odyssey 2 because I like for
But
like, the
what
last,
would you do? Like you talked about like it not having an like a main world.
You'd want it to have a hub world, I assume?
My idea for an Odyssey 2 that I've had for the last few years, I might have told you about it, but like, it's perfect. It is like the perfect. So, like, let's take what we got for Odyssey, which is like, you know, like what the Odyssey. That was the ship called, right?
Yeah,
I haven't
it's the
played the
Odyssey.
game in a few years.
Yes, it is.
But you know, I love that game to death. It's so good. It's not even like my favorite Mario game, like still, but it's like so good. I think we all were expecting a sequel. It never fucking happened.
It really seemed like there was going to be one.
Because it did so well. It's still one of the best-selling Switch games.
Do you think they retooled the sequel to be the Mario game for the next console?
That's what I'm thinking.
It's like, it's gotta be.
But we've never heard about it. Because when like Breath of the Wild sequel was announced 2 years after the Switch started, 2 years after the original came out, we haven't heard anything about it.
I hate to bring this up. Isle Delfino being on the globe, then they took it
off.
out of the globe. Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Literally,
That
on the little globe on the Odyssey, it shows a map of the world.
Yeah.
And Isle Delfino from Sunshine was on the map.
for the first version of the game.
But then after that, they took it off.
They
the globe.
updated it and then they took it off the globe.
Which made everyone think, oh, Sunshine DLC.
DLC. Yes.
Like, of course. Naturally. But then we never got DLC. And we're like, oh, it'll be in the sequel. We're not getting a sequel.
It's been 6 years. Almost 6 years.
Almost. We're very close.
So
This October.
imagine a sequel where the Odyssey gets upgraded. Like
It's like a full ship.
It's like a full ship. Think of like the egg carrier, except designed
My
well.
heart sank when you said egg carrier.
Think
dude.
the egg carrier, but
But
like
it's good.
designed well
Think egg carrier, Comet Observatory, boom.
with Peach's Castle in it.
With some Peach's Castle thrown in there,
Like
you're set.
it's like a
That would
big
be exciting.
a big courtyard like in like you can go out there and like like the skybox is like constantly rotating. It's like different like weather effects. You can see like if you like turn the camera like to look underground or like under
below
the ship,
you can like see what like area you're over.
You can see where you are. It's like, and then like there's like a big like Peach's Castle level like ship cabin with like secrets and stuff. And it also like a Hat in Time like where like each room of the Odyssey it like leads you like you could go to the leads you to each like kingdom. But like a lot of fan service. Like a lot of fan service. Like maybe we can actually go out into space. Go to the Comma Observatory, Delfino Plaza, the Bean Kingdom.
Could you imagine Sarasa Land?
Sarasa Land.
That's the Mario Land where Daisy's from. That's like the Game Boy one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt's not a Nintendo boy.
No, not at all.
But like, also like a bunch of like actual hat abilities. Because I feel like
real power ups.
Like I was expecting each hat to have like its own special ability.
Yeah.
That didn't really happen. We just kind of got the captures, which are cool. But like,
it changed the mechanic of like the map, but like it didn't feel like the hat was like an interesting character.
I mean,
Cappy was just kind of there.
I mean, Cappy's the best like companion that Mario has had. I mean, it's only been like Flood and Luma. Like,
I kind of like Flood and Luma more.
Really?
Yeah.
Cappy's just...
I will admit.
They gave Cappy... They bothered to give him a personality, but it's so generic, I almost prefer a character with no personality.
I disagree. I actually quite like Cappy. And this is coming from a Sunshine fucking fanatic. Like, I love Flood, but he doesn't... Actually, no.
He has a funny voice. Mario, I have no personality except the fact that I was made by Egad, but also I shoot water.
Yeah, no, I actually do like Flood.
No, yeah, but like Cappy's great. Just like, also, my biggest complaint with Odyssey is that there are too many moons.
Way too many.
There were I think like
so much,
like 800 standalone moons plus like 100 and like
plus
90.
You can max out like your moon count by buying them.
Kind of dumb.
What?
Yeah, you can buy them from like shops. They don't count for the missions. But you can get like 999 moons technically.
That's
without,
like max. That's like max moons
without even collecting most of the moons in the game. It's dumb. It's really dumb.
That's odd.
But I did it.
They should go back to stars. They were better.
Well, it wasn't that the stars were better, but like they were more like mission based.
I like the way stars look.
I like
more
the
than
shine
moons.
sprites.
I do like shine sprites.
Either
too,
Odyssey 2 or the game I probably want more is Sunshine 2. Like I literally want that game more than
anything.
like more than.
Which is why I'm surprised you said
anything.
Odyssey 2.
Because I've had that idea for like an Odyssey sequel for a very long time. Like with like the hub world and stuff. It just sounds like fun and solid. With like a Sunshine 2, I was always like, I want this game to be like real so bad that like I don't want to think of anything to like disappoint myself if it ever happens. Or when it never happens,
Got it.
But like Sunshine 2, more islands, I guess. Do the Luigi's Mansion 2 thing.
You get a lava jetpack.
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't care. Just like also make the flood upgrades permanent.
Yeah, a lava level where over time you can spray water onto lava and makes makes landing spots, but like that stuff will still go back to lava. So like you're kind of making your own like
which like that exact mechanic is like in another game, but
it's
I can't
sort of in Galaxy too,
right?
Where like there are snowballs that you can
and then you can
walk
throw
on it for a second.
Okay.
But like the ability to just do that at will is not in a Mario game.
Yeah.
Also, I guess when you get the ice flower in Galaxy 1, that's also kind
but
of not really.
Just I like that. I really like that mechanic in Galaxy 1.
It's great. It's fun.
Just like more islands. Do the Luigi's Mansion 2 where they took one mansion and made it into 4. Maybe have the hub world be like, I don't know, like a big boat or something. But not like an Odyssey situation.
Like a boat.
Or like 4 different hub worlds, one for each island.
But they'd have to be smaller than Isle Delfino.
That's true, but I'd be okay
with
that.
Are we on
Sunshine 2.
Okay. No, yeah, like a cruise ship.
Cruise ship. Daisy's cruise ship. Daisy's
Yeah.
cruise ship. They can actually make that into a real thing.
Oh, like in canon. Oh, that's awesome.
And then the beginning of the game, fucking Starshine Airport. Or not Starshine.
Like Sunshine Airport.
Sunshine Airport.
The one from Mario Kart 8.
Dude,
okay.
when I saw that, I was like, they're making Sunshine 2. And this is going to be a location.
They have to be.
Obviously, I was like 14. And
When, you know,
that never happened.
the decade ago that Mario Kart 8 came out.
Oh my god.
We'll have we should have a whole episode about Mario Kart and why it needs to change in the future.
I
We
could
should have a
talk
whole
about
Mario
that
Kart
for
episode.
Could you make that a whole entire podcast
Yes.
episode?
Dude, I can
We
talk
have
about,
enough to say.
I can
'Cause
talk
we-
about that for hours.
Because we can talk about the history of Mario Kart, and we can talk about how frustrated we are that it's not moving forward.
Dude,
we can talk about both.
Dude, I just want to make that a video.
Okay,
Like
yeah, we
a
can do like a
scripted
video,
video.
like a scripted one.
Yeah,
I
little
assume.
video
Yeah,
essay.
we can totally do that. But yes, those are both great ideas.
They're never going to happen.
They're never going to happen, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
We're talking
Yeah.
about dream games that'll never happen. Matt, what you got?
The one non-Nintendo guy. Like,
Yeah.
I assume this won't be in Mario 3D World 2.
No.
That was
So
sick though.
That'd be really funny.
I have a couple, and so I've been thinking recently. As of late, I'm one of my main games I love just kind of looking at and really inspired me as an artist would be the Dead Space
Dead
franchise.
Okay.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
So it would not. I think it would be fun where they kind of really finished Isaac Clarke's story in 3, even though I didn't really finish 3. But I got really far into 3 with my friend. But I want to see a different story. I want to see like another point of view. Maybe like the military, like dealing with the necromorphs. I think that would be a lot of fun. Where like you maybe be like a lackey, a guy, a new recruit, or a cool idea is be on the cultist side of the Dead Space franchise, where in Dead Space there's these things called, like, I think they're called obelisks or whatever, but they're very Cthulhu aspect. And is it okay if I spoil?
I
don't
spoilers for Dead Space franchise.
It's old.
It's
We'll put up. We'll superimpose whatever. Yeah.
Just-
you've
just-
been warned.
okay, actually-
You've been warned.
Okay, in Dead Space 3, we figure out these obelisks, and the world, in this moon that you're on, in Dead Space 3, you figure out, I think it's moon, but anyways, it's a snow world, and you figure out that this military camp is like messing with some aliens, like some dead aliens, and then you figure out, and we always during the campaign you think, oh, these aliens made the obelisk, but then you realize, oh, these aliens didn't even were after the obelisk. So the obelisk was like an older thing.
It was
than
before
these
the aliens.
Yeah, so like
It was different aliens. It was the predators.
Yeah. So these aliens didn't even know what the fuck the obelisks were. And the interesting thing is that these obelisks, they're probably not. They're not called obelisks. I always said
There's
that.
an obelisk in Stardew which like transports you to places. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a big tube.
Yeah.
That's the only
But, like-
obelisk I know.
I know the ones from Ark.
Of course you do. We gotta have an Ark episode. Just kidding. No, we're not.
I'll do my own Ark episode. That's all right. I'm gonna have a whole Ark series on my
Okay.
channel.
Really?
I'm planning to. Yeah.
But yeah, these obelisks, they like mess with people's head. Then they change the people into necromorphs, and but the cultist side think these are like celestial things, and like they're like, oh, this is like they made a religion out of these obelisks, and they want to put an obelisk everywhere and change everyone to necromorphs. And I think it'll be cool to like see their point of view. That will be my first game
Like, see-
I would want to see.
See why they think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So is
Really
this like
kinda-
Dead Space 4? Or is it like a remake of
no.
Dead
so,
Space for
The-
you.
like for the Wii U?
So it would be it'll probably be called Dead Space 4.
Dead Space Prime.
Prime. I think
Deadly
like cool
Space? Alive Space.
Live Space. That would be my first game. My second game, I thought of it. I had it in my head. Hold on. I should have wrote it down. I had the pen and paper.
Metal Gear 6.
No! Oh my god. Oh my god.
Snake-
I would cry.
Snake licker.
Just let it
No.
die. Because like even Hideo Kojima was like, "Oh, 3 is gonna be. I'm gonna end it at 3." And then
they like made him make two more.
yes, they made him make
And he
more.
was like, I guess so.
And
Yeah.
people love to say they'll stop at a third of something and then just keep going.
Yeah. But that's just
Or they just don't
Konami.
get to 3.
Ugh.
I was for the people. I was talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what I was implying.
I was talking about Galaxy.
I was implying like they
Whatever,
say they'll
okay,
stop
whatever.
at 3. No, I'm saying for the people. Whatever.
I think I had it. It would a new BioShock game. A new BioShock game.
Well,
Bioshock Finite.
You know, I was gonna say they've done underwater. They've done the sky. What's left?
I think they should go back to water.
Okay.
Not to interrupt,
Yeah.
but like I will say, the aesthetic of the underwater like is so much cooler.
It's so
It
much
is.
cooler.
It's so cool.
Like I would say BioShock Infinite was pretty, but BioShock 1 and 2 were a lot more interesting.
They had a cooler like atmosphere to it.
Yes, and I think I talked to you about BioShock.
Literally yesterday we talked about it. Yeah.
we talked about it. Where BioShock 1 was a lot more scarier than 2 because in 2 you play as like the little mini bosses in the game. And that was fun because in 2 there's a little bit more of a power fantasy and you deal with like a little bit like bigger and chunkier guns.
I love chunky guns.
Chunky guns and like oh man, some of the like gun upgrades that you can get into are like crazy. You had like a sawed-off shotgun. And you make it like you get like 4 more barrels or some shit like that. It's just something stupid. And you had like a minigun and shit. While like 1 you had like a pump shotgun and like a cool revolver that you can like add like 6 more shots and probably like make it electricity based. I'm kind of talking out my ass, but
It sounds fun.
no, BioShock 1 and 2 are amazing games, and I think you should put them on your Let's Play. And I would
That'd
be
be cool to blind.
Yeah,
I would
like
love to be a co-host and show you through it. But in the BioShock series, I would love to see go back to underwater. Maybe I think it would be cool just like to experience the floor, the floor itself, the underwater aspect where like, because in 2, what I like about 2 was when you're the Big Daddy, you can go outside and into the water, and you have these little areas where you kind of just walk through. It was on rails, but like you were trying to scavenging for like the magic slugs that give you powers and shit. And if you get more magic slugs, you can like get more plasmids. That was cool, but I wish that was a little bit more open, like a little bit more Subnautica. Based.
That'd be cool. Like a merge of Subnautica and Bioshock.
Yeah.
That'd be scary.
And like we're
Awesome.
maybe a little bit more open world where you are like you're a big daddy, but there's multiple cities or multiple like towns that you go to.
That'd be dope.
Underwater, and I do like New Vegas and Fallout, so it's something like that. I think that would be cool. But that's diving into like my dream game.
Diving in.
Now, we both,
Yeah,
Matt and I kind of had 2 games. You only picked 1.
that is true.
Do you want to go back and like
Yeah, I can add
Give
one.
like one more.
I can for sure add one. What did I say? Galaxy 3?
You said
Yeah,
Galaxy
I said
3.
Galaxy 3. All right. And I jokingly said, "Oh, Hollow Knight, Silk Song."
I mean, it's not,
Metroid Prime 4.
It's never gonna come
out.
Prime 4 is gonna come out before Silksong.
Maybe like a proper sequel to Shovel Knight.
Oh,
I
Ooh,
don't
that'd
think
be
that's.
cool.
I don't think that it's gonna happen. Like, obviously they've made spin-offs. They did like Shovel Knight Dig and Puzzle Dungeon or whatever. And they're cool and all. And like Shovel Knight shows up in all these different indie games, and it's great. But I think like they what is it? Yacht Club. They want to move on to like other properties. Like that they want to make, and
like they're working on the Zelda game.
That Zelda-like
It looks
one.
awesome.
It looks really cool.
It looks so
It
good.
looks really cool, and I'm totally fine. Like, I expect them to make great games. Like, obviously, Shovel Knight is literally in my top 10 favorite games of all time. Like, it's incredible. Spoilers for when we inevitably talk about those. But you don't know what number it is. But yeah, I would love to see either, like, a full... Because, like, Shovel Knight, as it stands now, is kind of a mix of 8 and 16-bit graphics.
Yeah. Right.
I would love to see it pushed to 16 to 32
Ooh,
in the next one.
Oh,
and
that'd be so nice.
look somewhere graphically between like the SNES Mega Man X's and the PlayStation 1 Mega Man X's, like Mega Man X4.
That'd be so
Like,
nice.
I think
Or-
that would be so cool.
Or Shovel Knight 64.
That's I didn't Yacht Club like express interest in making a 3D Shovel Knight?
I think at some point they did. And they even like made on April Fools that one year. They made
Right,
like
I remember
they were
that.
like Shovel Knight 64 and it was a video of like Shovel Knight running on a Commodore 64 and it
Yeah.
looked terrible.
Dude, yeah, no, I remember that. And like he's been in 3D.
Yeah, in Ukulele.
He was
Yeah.
in Ukulele. I don't know if there are any other like 3D games that he was in.
I'm sure he has been.
But he was in Ukulele and like
Like I
He's
love
so
Shovel Knight.
iconic that he
Yeah.
should need another.
He's so
game.
iconic. He made it into Smash.
Yeah,
I mean
He's in Smash Bros.
He, in my opinion, should have been a character. Like,
I agree.
Like a character.
I agree wholeheartedly.
But regardless, like he had an assist trophy, which is
It's about the highest honor you could get other than being a character.
I mean, I don't think there hasn't been any like indie characters.
Cuphead got a costume.
Yeah, Cuphead. No, I mean like as like a character.
Oh, as like a character.
I mean like maybe Steve, but I don't think you can even consider
Steve isn't indie anymore.
Like, you can't really
Maybe he
consider
used
him.
to be.
You can't do that.
Maybe he used to be. But
Yeah. He
No.
started.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I'm like looking around at your amiibos, like trying to think.
Yeah.
Like I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. So like he would have been like the perfect like indie character.
He would have. And I think
such an iconic.
I think the idea of like, you know, obviously his shovel swipe and like the pogo and everything could translate into 3D pretty well.
yeah.
The potential for like really good boss fights is incredible. And of course like I wouldn't necessarily want more campaigns with more characters. Although, actually, if they did 3D, I'd want to see a second mode where maybe you could play a Shield Knight instead.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want Plague, Spectre, and King Knight to come back, even though, like, Plague Knight and Spectre Knight are both incredible. King Knight's okay. Like, I love the other two. Even though they're great, I would love to see just more proper Shovel Knight, because I think that's where the game shines the most.
Yeah.
Debatably, Spectre Knight has more polish, but, like, I enjoy Shovel Knight's gameplay
Those are
the
like
most.
completely different games.
Entirely. Like, the levels are completely different. He plays completely... I mean, all the characters play completely different.
Yeah.
But, like, Plague Knight still plays through the same levels as Shovel Knight. The mechanics are just incredibly
But
different.
Spectre and King have their
Spectre and King Knight have their own unique levels.
Now, I love this. Like, I love the idea of a 3D Shovel Knight. I think I would still want it to like actually be Shovel Knight 64. Like in the style of like PS1.
I should have
and
clarified
64
that.
game.
I want it to look like that.
Okay, yeah.
I want it to look like a PS1 or 64 game.
Like I don't want a AAA like new
No.
game.
It's just gonna look...
It's just not Shovel Knight.
It's just not gonna look right.
It'll just look like ukulele.
The whole point is that Shovel Knight's kind of like a retro throwback.
Exactly.
And it should, I think, always stay that way. Like, I almost think Shovel Knight Dig, like, almost pushes beyond that a little too far.
Yeah.
Like, it looks great. Like, Nitro is known for their incredible pixel art. But, like, it doesn't really look like retro pixel art.
No.
It looks like modern
It's like
pixel art.
which it looks good, but it doesn't feel like Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Well, like there's we gotta understand that like the skill level of every like pixel artist have improved like tremendously.
Oh yeah.
Like even
it's like Nitro has a very specific style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I think that's what we're kind of talking about. It doesn't really fit Shovel Knight perfectly.
Like I would want to see it if if it was 2D, I'd still want it to look old. Like
Yeah.
I don't. Hell, even if they did a Shovel Knight 2 in the original style, that'd be fine. I want a full Shovel and. Yacht Club, you don't gotta go crazy with the DLC this time. Like, it's okay.
Just make a solid
You could
base
just make
game.
a really solid, like... Usually, I'm one to say I'm more in favor of a tighter, shorter game than,
Yeah.
like, a long, drawn-out one with a million,
Oh my God.
things it doesn't need. But if you're not gonna add extra campaigns, I would want to see the base game be longer.
Yes.
Like, maybe add an additional 3 levels.
Yeah.
Maybe just... The levels don't need to be longer. The levels of Shovel Knight are already long. But it's like... Just add more main stages. Maybe a world system where there's like a bunch of levels that don't have a boss fight at the end.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
This is the one thing that I can say is likely to come true. Because like Yacht Club like never said they're done with Shovel Knight.
No, never.
You know, like they're just doing a different game, but I can see them going back to the property after.
It will be a very long time. If we ever do get something, it's a very long times away, which is why I still feel like I can bring it up here.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like, I mean, like they're making the one game right now. I can see them going back to it, which I hope they do. But like if they do, I pray for a 3D game.
It'd be so
Yeah,
cool.
that's been like my dream for like since I first played Shovel Knight. It'd be like a ukulele but good, dude. But also something that we brought up, like how it should have had like Shovel Knight 64 should have the style of the old like PS1 and 64 games. Ukulele should have had that.
Yeah,
because ukulele doesn't look great. Like
Is
visually,
ukulele the iguana?
it's
Yes.
the lizard and the bat.
The lizard and the bat, which is the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie, which it's fine. It's like a solid like 5 or 6 out of 10. But visually, it doesn't look great, and I think it has to do with they should have had it keep like the similar style as like. Which, in like the Switch version, they added like a 64-bit mode, but it just makes it more blurry.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yuck.
It just like artificially pixelizes it.
Oh, that's terrible.
They
Yeah.
downgrade the resolution.
It's what they did!
Ugh.
And like everyone was so excited for it. They also like removed like any texture from like the worlds.
Ew!
Like, 64-bit, guys!
32 bits.
16-bit.
But yeah, Shovel Knight 2 or Shovel Knight 64.
Either one.
Either one
Please.
would be incredible.
Shovel Knight Tropical Freeze. 2-player Shovel
Y'all
Knight.
can't
Oh,
see it, but I'm
2-player.
smirking. Well, there's 2-player in Shovel Knight.
I mean like co-op.
Oh. There is.
There is.
There is?
Yes.
Oh right, there is. I've never played it. I've never played like co-op Shovel Knight.
I definitely. It's not optimized for co-op though. So a game that's optimized to play with 2 people.
So
would be
you
nice.
can play like the same level at the same time.
Yes.
Like like a new soup style.
The other person plays as a green Shovel Knight.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did I know this?
I don't know. You own Shovel Knight, right?
Yes, I've always like seen that there was like the co-op option, but I've never like
Touched it.
Yeah.
We may have to try that for a little bit.
Oh.
Just see. We might just play the tutorial level just so you
Yes.
can see it.
I want to see it. But wow, this has been a
This has been a good episode.
fun
we're,
episode.
We're just about toward the end of our time here, which means we got to ask our question.
Right.
We have to ask our question.
Yes.
So I guess it would be. You want to just say like, if you could see any game made, what would it be?
What is your dream game? We don't have to like categorize it by 2 different games, but like what is your dream game? It can be a game that you want to make, or a game that you want,
Or a studio could make. It could be
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
your dream video game? You could get it. It would make you happier than anything else you play for the rest of your life. What's your game?
Mario Sunshine 2. That's my game.
We'll call our music game Tales of Symphonia.
Why is that good?
Because it's already a game.
It's already.
Oh no!
I was holding on to that joke earlier, but I forgot to say it.
Tales of Symphony.
Symphony sounds pretty good.
Symphony. We can work it. We can work it in there somewhere. Maybe someday we'll have a whole podcast episode or a video or something where we just straight up like show the game pitch. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But after this episode, we're gonna start working on the pre-production of this game.
Like I really want to draw try to design some main characters and some
Some characters, maybe like some environments, like loose.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. Well, I wasn't able to bring up. I think it would be cool. I think it was cool to have like Liquid Mario. Remember in Sunshine where
Shadow Mario.
Shadow Mario.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if we wanted the AI, like if the AI character to be like more of a ingrained
dark hue.
It's
a dark hue.
I think that'd be good for like a phase of the fight where it kind of just like turns into like a very like pixelated like AI version of you.
Yeah.
so like just for one of the phases you have to like basically fight like a mirrored version of yourself.
It turns the game into 64-bit mode.
But actually good.
Yeah.
Dude, even A Hat in Time literally has like a character model that's like Hat Kid, but like as if she was in like a like a 64-bit game.
Even Mario Odyssey did it.
Mario Odyssey has it, and you can literally just fucking lower the resolution and remove textures. But anyway,
yeah,
This
y'all
was a good
have your
episode.
question. This was a great episode.
Very fun episode.
We'll have to have Matt on again someday.
Oh yeah.
I would love that. I would do that again.
But until then,
Until then.
thank you guys for listening. I was gonna say watching, but you're not watching anything. You might be watching us bounce up and down in our new little graphic.
Yeah.
Is that done?
Now?
No.
Is it close to done?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. It
Probably won't be done for this
It
episode.
probably won't be done for this episode, but
Maybe the next one.
Most likely it'll be done for next episode.
All right, sick.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Thank you all for listening. Don't forget, if you're on Spotify, don't forget to go back to YouTube and listen to it again.
No, stop telling people to do that. Go back to YouTube to answer the question.
Right.
You don't have to watch the video.
I guess
Just go
so.
answer the question, please.
I guess.
We'd love to hear from more of you than just Mads5? Whoever that is.
Random.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
That sounds kind of weird.
It sounds made up.
All right.
Maybe they're
guys.
not even real.
Thank you for listening.
Yes.
Do you
We'll
want to
s-
say your goodbyes, Matt?
Oh yeah. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.